wine couple with a live reaction to Sister Wives. Excuse our appearance. I am just got back from Greece and I'm jet lagged, but I stayed up to watch Sister Wives, so this is why I look like I look.
You
So,
look just fine, baby.
Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't look like a diesel jeans model. That's Robin Brown, but you know, we all can't be Robin Brown. So anyway, the show starts off with Coyote Pass, and Janelle and Mary want their money, and who can blame them? So Janelle and Mary go to Cody Pass, and they talk about who owns what, and of course, Cody is on every plot, and they talk about how this is a problem, and they get no communication from Cody, and they're trying to get the property sold and their bit of the money, but basically Cody alludes to the fact that it's Robin who's dragging her feet on the property, not him.
How many plots does Robin have her name on?
I think the two with Cody.
Two?
But basically though, Robin is the legal wife, so she owns everything Cody owns.
Right.
So that's the problem there. So Janelle says she wants to be fair to Mary, and Janelle hired a lawyer because Cody was ignoring her. And she and Mary agree they want to fight for a piece of the pie, or the pass, I should say. As they should. A piece of the pass. We're fighting for a piece of the pass. So, and it's really strange to see because Mary and Janelle were the OG, like, hated each other type of relationship.
Right.
And they're very supportive of each other. And I think that after all's been said and done, Janelle realizes that Mary's been fair with the money and the sharing of the resources.
Well, it's kind
And
of
Robin hasn't.
right, and it's kind of ridiculous that Cody is bitching about putting more. Like I put $160,000 more dollars in than anybody else. Well, dude, you're on every. You are on the whole thing.
Well, not to,
Everybody else has their little pieces,
right.
but you have access to everything.
And not to mention, those women make the same money with Cody from the show. Cody's money comes from the show, basically. And his goofy Patreon, or not his Patreon, or those goofy shout outs he gives people. What the heck are those things called?
Oh, I don't know.
Excuse my Velcro dog. He's insists on being here. Yeah. And he was a gun dealer before that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so
this shows, yeah, I see it.
so basically, they're all in it together making the money because Cody's not the show,
But
even though
really,
he thinks he is.
Not really. Well, I don't know about Christine, but Janelle and Mary make their own money.
I know, right?
Robin does not.
Exactly, right.
Just like I went over in the last video, Robin does not. She had that online store, which she let crap out. She stopped following. She stopped doing anything with it, but yet she did not disable the shopping cart. And now they have this big deal with some dude ordered something that he didn't get.
In my mind, Cody probably thinks that Robin and he carry the show. Him because of his sparkling personality, and Robin because she's so beautiful. And now she looks as old as Cody. That's what living with Cody will do to you, because we talked about that, right? You couldn't believe she was 10 years younger than Cody. But anyway, yeah, it's just ridiculous. So Mary and Janelle talk about the way they supported the family and basically how things went down. And they were in it for the family, and Robin wasn't, basically. I mean, it doesn't get any more basic than that, right? And then Janelle goes on, which is really interesting, to talk about the hard years of holding her bra together with safety pins. But basically, good for Cody, he got his diesel jeans model.
Well, like, Robin wants all the benefits of the religious portion of the polygamous marriage. She wants all those benefits, but she wants to be the one.
Yeah.
So she wants both.
Well, does she want? Yeah. Well, does she want the benefits of the polygamy, or does she want the money that comes from the polygamy?
Probably the money and the fact that they actually believe that something happens after you die. That's
the whole eternal thing, which they go on to later in the show. And we're doing this real quick, so if you're in the chat, we don't see you. So then they switch to talk of Valentine's Day, and Christine tries on Valentine's Day outfits. It's really sad that this is what they're digging for with this show. Like, it needs to be cut down to a half hour or just be done. But anyway, then they flash back to Christine's cringy wedding lap dance that she gave David. Did you see the little bit of that cringe?
Yes.
Yeah. I know your whole life you were repressed, but I find it tacky. But do you? It's your wedding. It's your day. You're the princess.
Was
Do
this the
whatever you
first
want.
episode they showed her tattoo? Have you ever seen her tattoo?
Yeah, I've seen her tattoos.
yeah, okay.
I've seen her tattoos. Yeah, yeah. She and yeah.
Because they're not allowed to get tattoos, or they're
Well, she's totally out of the
discouraged,
yeah. She's totally out of the religion now. She's totally out of it. But they had a tattoo party.
Oh, I didn't
One
see
of her
that.
kids had a tattoo party.
sure.
Yeah, and she and David got matching tattoos. Yeah, they even got matching tattoos. I also find that tacky, but hey, like I said, do you, Christine? Your whole life you were suppressed by this religion. I mean, she couldn't even drink coffee. So who am I to judge? I can get a tattoo. I can drink coffee. I can drink
They weren't
alcohol.
allowed to drink coffee?
No, they don't even do caffeine in that religion. So you go, girl, and you do you. Rock on with your bad
So
self.
they're breaking all the rules.
Exactly. So then Cody says he and Robin bought mostly Coyote Pass. That's what he said. He says basically he and Robin put in most of the money, and he and Robin contributed the most to this.
Robin contributed nothing.
Nothing, exactly, yes. The only thing Robin contributes is satisfying Cody sexually, basically, from what they say online, so. But that's about all she contributes. Let's just put it out there. And this is BS because, like we said, Robin doesn't work.
No, and she let that online store fall apart, so she doesn't even have that income coming in.
Exactly, right. And that whole thing was just it took a business opportunity away from Janelle because Janelle didn't want to do it. Christine had no interest in it. Mary was just going along for the ride at
The
that
sad
point because
part
she
is
was
that
salivating
probably
over
would have
Cody.
been really, really, really successful if they actually put the time and energy into it.
I don't think so.
Really? With all the people that are obsessed.
The jewelry was ugly AF. And there's not a market for a sister wives closet. Who has sister wives? No one can relate to that, in my
Everybody
opinion.
loves their merch.
I think What Does the Nanny Do t-shirts sold more than What Does the Nanny Do merch. I think that's the merch people want from Sister Wives. I don't think they want Cody's ugly jewelry that he designed,
even if it was self-deprecating,
yeah.
weird stuff, they could have made
Exactly.
that work, I think. People buy anything.
All right, so Christine says money issues with Cody sucks.
I'm pretty sure almost everything with
Mic
Cody
drop,
sucks.
Christine. Way to go, girl. Then, speaking of mic drop, so we flash back to Cody and Robin are buying a vanity for Ari because Ari likes to be pretty and primp, just like her beautiful Diesel Jean's mother. They don't say that. That's my commentary. So Cody calls Robin the shopping queen. Mic drop. Because if you are following all the gossip that I follow, that Pete doesn't follow, because he's really not into this, he just does this because of me. She spent like $70,000 on doll clothes and doll accessories on Etsy last year.
How much?
It was like something like $70,000. I'm gonna make him watch the all the purchases of Robin Brown, and then he can comment on that. And we get a great view of the fact while they're putting together this vanity, Cody needs to lose the hair. It needs to go.
Oh my God.
There's like one curl sticking here, which here I am with my hair is a mess. But anyway, there's one curl sticking here. He's got this big thing on. It's like out of control, right?
This was the first time I ever noticed that the dude is going bald.
It's really
It's like
bad.
all up
It's
here, and
so
then
bad.
like later on they get some side views and it's coming down here. He like.
You
dude,
have more
he's-
hair than him, and you're shaving your head. It's crazy.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Then they talk about affection in the relationship. So I guess the sister wives didn't want to show affection because of Janelle's mother.
Before you start that, I just wanted to say, getting back to the vanity part,
Right.
where he wants his beautiful assistant.
Oh, the beautiful. Oh, okay. You don't know that. If you watch, you know he doesn't watch much. Yes, whenever he does anything, he needs a beautiful assistant.
Well, my question is, why weren't you ever my beautiful assistant when I was putting all that crap together in the living room?
because you're not a narcissist and I just left you to do it yourself.
Okay.
Because
Just
I have
wondering.
other things to do. Yes. Yeah, we're not codependent and
Okay,
you're not a
gotcha.
narcissist. So that,
Alright.
yeah, so yes, whatever Cody does, he needs a beautiful assistant, much like a magician.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean,
Okay.
if you want to put on a magic show, I'll be your beautiful assistant.
Okay.
But if you're putting
I
stuff
don't know any
from
magic.
if you're putting stuff from, you know, IKEA together, that's on you. So, okay, so they talk about affection, and Cody goes on to say that Mary was all over him. She was so clingy, and he basically looks annoyed by it, right?
Yes, he does.
And they didn't want to show affection because I guess one time Janelle's mother said to Cody, you know Janelle's mom is married to Cody's dad, right? And then,
Yes,
okay.
yeah.
So anyway, so Mary was in his lap and Janelle's mom's like, hey, that's going to bother Janelle. So I guess they didn't show affection. So then Robin comes along and she wants to show affection. And she says that in plenty of the polygamous families, people show affection and it's okay. And you know what, Robin? If it wasn't for you, it would have been okay. Because nobody was jealous, and Christine goes on to say it, right?
Yes.
She was totally fine with it. She thought polygamy was the shit, basically. And, you know, until Robin came along, then all of a sudden she saw the pitfalls.
Yep.
Then Janelle talks about getting a spiritual divorce. And Mary was really supportive with that, wasn't she? Like, Mary's like, you know, I'll go through the process with
Mary
you.
was, yes.
Yes, because Janelle basically said, like, I don't know, I'm
I
not
don't
sure
know
how
what
to get in
do,
touch with
and
these
she's
people.
I'll
We're
go
not,
with you. The whole
we're
thing.
not in this church anymore, basically. So she definitely, then they talk about how, you know, Mary doesn't want to be tied to Cody for eternity, which I didn't want to be tied to him for the hour we watched the show. So I can't really blame you. You go, girl. Like, I definitely agree with that. So then they talk about that kind of stuff. Then Christine and David go to dinner for Valentine's Day, and they flash back to the whole, another mic drop moment. Cody tells Christine he wasn't attracted to her.
Yes, and then that.
And they
disturbed
never
her.
really, this was the first time we really got to hear much from Christine about that, because Christine basically says, you know, how it made her feel. Like, we never really heard that before. So she goes on to say that it was terrible for her, it was crushing to her, and that she had to, you know, get right with herself before she dated again.
I would imagine it was. I mean, think
Yeah.
about it. You know, you're married to some dude, and he's like, "Well, I was never attracted to you ever."
Right.
You know, how's that gonna make you
Well,
feel?
he had said that in the book. He had said it in their Sister Wives book. She was chubby, and she got nachos at a restaurant, and then there was the whole nacho thing. You don't know the nacho
I
story.
have no idea. I love
And,
nachos. What's wrong with nachos?
She grossed him out eating the nachos because she was hungry and she was eating the nachos fast. So then she and David always post videos of them eating nachos.
I really feel bad for that David dude.
Yeah, you said.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel-
like this guy has to put up with her talking about Cody Brown 24/7.
But I said that's just for the show. I
Is
don't
it
think
though?
yeah, I
You
think she
think
has
it?
to.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know if it is for the show.
I
It seems
think-
like she talks about it a lot.
I think she has to for the show. I don't think in their private life, personal life, they talk
I
about
hope not,
Cody.
because I feel bad for
I
the
think
dude.
it's only when they're filming. So then Cody and Robin go out for Valentine's Day dinner, and Cody brings all the Valentine's gifts to the restaurant.
Okay.
Like, yeah, go ahead.
I have a serious question
Okay.
about this whole thing.
Okay.
So you had David and Christine going
Right.
to their little
Right.
restaurant Valentine's Day dinner.
Right.
Then you had Robin and Cody going to their little restaurant Valentine's dinner.
Right.
How do they get that set up with a restaurant? Valentine's Day, as you know, is probably one of the most busiest days of the year for these restaurants.
Right.
But yet you see nobody in the restaurant. They're obviously to set up the equipment, they have to take up table space. Do they just rent out the whole restaurant for an hour
They must
and
rent out
do
the whole
the
thing, I would
do
think,
the
yeah.
dinner,
I would think
or
they rent out the whole
do they
thing.
just like rent out a couple tables and set up the equipment where those tables would have been?
I don't know. I'll have to do my research.
That's what I'm like. How do they do this?
Now
Like,
one
is this
restaurant.
even Valentine's Day that they're doing it, or are they doing it on like an off day and they're just
Right. One
You know what I mean?
restaurant in Flags, although it's probably not even Valentine's Day, it probably is an off day and it's a whole big fake out.
That's what I'm wondering. Yeah. Is it
Well,
just a
remember
big
when
fake
that
out?
woman asked Christine, "What are you celebrating?" And she said Valentine's Day, and the woman was like, "Oh, crap, it is." So maybe that's what they do. Yeah. Anybody out there, if you know, leave us a comment. We'd like to know.
Just the weird things that occur to me while I'm watching these stupid
Yeah.
shows.
So you can tell he's not really into the story. This is the things he's thinking about. He's not thinking about, I'm thinking about how Cody takes the gifts into the restaurant. Now, what is that? Oh, look at these gifts I bought. There we go. Grandiosity, narcissism. Robin talks about how plural wives all expect the same gifts or they get jealous. She goes into that. Well, you know what? Robin, you didn't get the same gift. You got better. They
Right,
all
yeah,
say Robin's house was nicer. Robin had better things. Janelle said, I started to notice how nice it was, So, yeah, exactly. It wasn't the same because Janelle was holding her bra together with the safety pin and Robin's buying $70,000 worth of doll clothes. Then Cody basically gaslights the whole United States or anyone else watching by saying that his wives did not respect the sanctity of not bad-mouthing him to the children, who are all adults except for 3 of them. And he also blames his own bullshit for not seeing his children because he didn't want to reach out to the children in a place of pain.
It's just ridiculous.
You know what? It's all about Cody. It's all about his feelings. It's not about his kids. It's not about anybody but Cody and his stupid bullshit feelings. Right. That's all I had to say about that.
That's all it is.
And then Christine says she did everything she could to facilitate the relationship. And basically this isn't on her hands. And I agree with her. And Cody goes on to say he wants to see his grandchildren and his children more.
Well, then just do it.
Right.
Or the relationships have gone so sour that the kids want nothing to do with them.
Now, he does say that he went to see Aspen and Christine's kids. So, and Aspen said, why don't you like me? I don't really know where the relationship is there. I'll have to do some digging around. And then they flash back to the whole Cody kissing Robin thing and how much that bothered Christine. I think we've seen that scene about 1,000 times. We all get the scene. I don't know why they need to keep replaying it. Then Robin and Cody have the discussion, right? And my dog's digging, sorry. Then Robin and Cody have the discussion about, are we going to be polygamous? Are we going to get more wives? And Cody says he doesn't want to insult anybody who's into the lifestyle or whatever. He doesn't, but he's over it.
He said he's over it, and I don't think Robin is. I think Robin wants both. She wants to be in the polygamous marriage or in that religion, so she gets all the benefits of it when she dies. But while she's living, she wants to be the one.
Well, she wants the money while she's living, and she wants the eternity when she dies, correct. And then she says she feels vulnerable because she doesn't know if she's enough for the Codester. Come on, I don't even have anything to say about that because it's late and I'm tired. And Cody says he was basically slapped by polygamy, he's done. And Robin says she's not,
No, she wants all the benefits of it. She like the money, like you said, but the money's coming from the show. Is he even doing anything other than the show right now?
I think he does those shout out things.
Only the shot. He's not doing the gun dealing anymore, right?
I think he dabbles in that a little bit. Yeah.
Still dabbles in it.
Yeah.
So he really doesn't have much going for him other than the show.
That's it. That's all. No, that's all they've got. And what does she do? She doesn't get off her ass.
She doesn't do anything, but yeah, all the other women have at least something.
They all have something. Yeah, the other women are all Janelle's flower business failed. Yeah, I called him out because he didn't know that
Yeah.
last week when he went live. But yeah, Janelle's the flower business is over. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know, but I thought that was a really good idea because I never thought about you. You always, all right. So you just know that tomatoes and potatoes and corn is grown on a farm.
Right.
You never ever think about where the fuck do the flowers come from. They just, but yeah, they'd have to come from a farm too. So I thought that was really good. I thought, okay, flower farm.
You don't work.
How many of those could there be out there?
You don't work near all those farms that I work near. You don't pass all the
Yeah,
flowers.
but all those farms you work near have the corn and
No,
the.
there's flower farms too.
Oh, there's
flower
flower-
farms around there too. Yeah.
Oh, okay, didn't know.
Yeah.
that. Okay.
So Robin says plural marriage has caused her trauma. She was the trauma.
She was the
the
trauma.
problem.
Yes, she was.
She caused everyone else trauma.
Yes.
It's insane. That was just insane. And then, okay, so now we have the main thing, which is the end. Cody goes backsies on saying he didn't love the other wives.
He's so full of shit.
He basically was so upset that they were going to leave him, and that's why he said all he said. And then he declares his love for Robin and his desire to be monogamous with Robin. You don't go backsies on that, Cody. There's no backsies. You said you didn't love them.
Which he probably didn't.
He can't love anybody except
No,
himself.
Exactly.
And he can only love himself and Robin. All he could do is love himself and anybody who's kissing his butt.
Which
And the minute Robin stops kissing his
he
butt
won't love her
and
anymore.
playing the game, but I think she's got her own
Does
issues.
he actually even love her, or does he just
No,
say the word?
Cody doesn't have the capacity to love. No.
No, he just says the word.
No. And that's why Robin was so wonderful to him, because she was the one that made him look good,
Right.
according to him. You know, she was what he thought a woman should look like,
Yeah.
you know, and other men would be envious that, you know, after these three average looking women, then you got your trophy in
Right.
his mind. So,
Right.
so that's the end. We got right on before the preview, so I don't even know what the preview for next week is.
Yeah.
We are True Crime and Wine Couple. We plan on doing more Sister Wives content, and then I can't wait for Mama June.
Mama June train.
I hope, yes, I told him, I said he was glad it was Train and that he hopped on Mama June. Yeah, a lot of people don't cover it. It's my guilty pleasure. I loved it since the episode where Honey Boo Boo picked up a big ball of spaghetti in her hand and threw it at the wall, and me growing up in an Italian family that was just, oh my God, your mother would beat your ass if you did that. So I became obsessed with it, and
There
I
was a
watched
very
it all
long
along.
period where I thought that's the way you tested spaghetti. If it sticks to the wall, it's done.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so that's when I became upset. That's when the obsession with the show started. I never watched Toddlers and Tiaras, and then it just became one of my guilty pleasures, that 90 Day Fiance, which I don't really watch anymore. So we're gonna cover that, and I'm in so much crime. I can't even tell you the stuff I've been following. I'm trying to do it all. I'm driving myself crazy. So we're gonna do a Friday Night Live with some of the stuff that I come up with, because I'm into the possible New England serial killer case. I'm always following Lisk, and I'm currently writing a novel type story about Lisk. Delphi, of course, the case that never sleeps is always going on. Following some Stephen Stearns, I'm into that. Also, this woman in Waterbury, Connecticut, I plan to attend that trial, who held her stepson captive for over 20 years. So I'm following a lot of stuff, but we just don't have the time to do it right. And there's so many people out there doing it right. Shout out to Grizzly. Oh my goodness, that woman, she goes 24/7. That woman does not stop. She's amazing. And shout out to all these wonderful people covering Delphi, you know, things like that. So we will, but I am dabbling, and we will, we will bring you the amateurish commentary that 750 some of you have grown to love. There's people doing it better, but they're not us. They're not doing us. So we appreciate you liking, subscribing, following, and if there's anything you want to see, leave us a comment, because I don't know, I'm a people pleaser, so if there's something you want to see me do, I probably will do it.
She will do it, yes.
And we are True Crime and Wine Couple, and we'll catch you on the flip side.
In a little minute, yeah. Well, to make the video, you have to cut so much out, and you started like right away in the beginning,
Oh, okay, gotcha.
so I gotta cut it all out at the end,
Okay,
and I don't remember
but it's
how
gonna
much.
go up as a live though, right? It's
I'm
up
not
now.
doing anything with it for a
It's
little
just
while.
up as a live,
It's
right?
up now, and I